May the toys be with you. I recently attended this fantastic exhibition at the Novia Museum in Chichester. This was running from October last year right the way through to 20th of April 2024. Now this exhibition highlighted a private collection consisting of toys made by Palitoy and Kenner in the late 1970s running through to the early 80s. Join me as we take a walk through of some of the fantastic items on display. These were the original prototype figures that were put together as proof of concepts. Right here you can see Han Solo. Looks a lot different to what we ended up with. Now here's a classic we've seen before, the Millennium Falcon. Did you have this in your collection? Give me a shout out in the comments. Let me know if you still got one. Has it got all the pieces? This Boba Fett figure actually had a projectile missile on the backpack. It was pulled just before it was about to go into production because a small child actually choked on something similar on a Battlestar Galactica toy. There was loads and loads of displays, all with lots of vintage figures. This was the first one I came across. This display focused on the first 12. This was the first ever package of figures that Kenner released in 1978. The double telescopic lightsaber on Luke. This part of the exhibition focused on the variations of the different figures offered. For example, the small-headed Han next to the big-headed Han. You could literally compare them side by side, it was very cool. Here is one of my favourite figures in the line. On the right is the vinyl caped Jawa. On the left is the reissued material cloak. And there's your two variations of Snaggletooth. Some great variations of Luke there, one with the blue sabre, one with the green, and Bausch. Quite rare to see that Bausch with the yellow helmet. Tessek Squidhead with his different capes. And some slight variations of other characters. The exhibition also highlighted some of the forgeries and reproduction weapons and accessories that have infiltrated the market. Right here is one of the tricks of the trade. If you put the weapon or accessory in water and it sinks, it's fake. If it floats, you got the real deal. This was a nod towards all the different countries that produced the figures. Right here are the figures known as the Last 17. And there's R2 with a pop-out green lightsaber. And of course, Yak Face. Pretty good deal for 99p, really, isn't it? Nice little Hoth diorama here. Loving that snow speeder. I found this one quite interesting actually. They used the same model here with the Gamorrean Guard and the Robin Hood figure. The Palatoy Pit. So this goes on to say that because they didn't sell many of these figures, they actually buried them in a landfill somewhere on the outskirts of Leicester. Can you imagine it? This is the Death Star playset. Along with the vintage toys, they had a large collection of original vintage posters. No exhibition is complete without a couple of full-size stormtroopers in there. I really enjoyed my trip to this exhibition. Keep an eye out, it may be touring in a town near you soon. If you've enjoyed the content, hit subscribe, smash me a like and drop me a comment. It'd be great to hear from you. For now, may the Force be with you always.